After getting to Olympics, I decided I was kind of like almost thinking about quitting, like stopping, like, okay. And then it came up to me, even Nouran really helped me in this. She reminds me, like, because that was my dream to get a medal in the Olympics, but we ended up getting fifth in teams. And Olympics is not easy. It's a big event, and it's very competitive. And where we come from as Sabre in Egypt, it wasn't there. Nobody knows like that Egypt isn't even have saber fencers. So we started from the bottom. Like we go to a tournament and people don't know where we come from. It's like that guy like could just finish like even the ref won't even look at the bout. Just get it like make you lose the bout like real quick and just get out. So I was really depressed after Tokyo a little bit because I wanted to get my dad's dream, especially after he passed away in 2014. So I wanted to really continue and so after getting to Tokyo and not achieving it, it was kind of like depressing.
So when did your Olympic dream actually start?
From the beginning. From as soon as I decided that I'm continuing fencing, I'm gonna continue and like I'm gonna pursue like fencing, and it all started. My dad was, of course, my mom. My mom, like she did she's the one who got me into sports from the first place. We didn't even want to do it, but like my dad was the person who knows how to get me. Like he knows how to like know how I think, and I one of the big reasons that I start really committing to fencing is I I see when I win how that makes my parents proud and happy. It just was a really like it was a big thing for me. As soon as I like win national title or something, and I see them like smiling and being there and like always like I just felt that the family is getting together and always happy.
Tell me, because you just mentioned you're world number 3 as we speak right now, and also in the Olympic ranking. That jump that you made, that kind of leap in being part of that really elite group, what did it take for you to get to that? What were the key things that made you reach that?
Years, years, a lot of downs. Like I told you, I was gonna give up like multiple times. Sometimes it really hit me that it was never gonna happen. It's really far. It was really hard.
I'm wondering, when you spoke about belief before, now that you're part of that top group, um, how much do you feel like you belong? Like, was it a journey to get to the point where you really feel I belong among that group?
Let me
Can you
let me tell
explain
you a
a little?
secret, Reem. I
Okay.
was like when I got that world championship medal,
Mm.
when I made the top four, and I was like we were already getting on the podium to take the medals. I was crying. I was crying from it, like crying literally. If you really zoomed in, I couldn't believe it. I was like standing. I don't know why I'm crying. Like how I'm even standing here. I, I used to watch this from being in the audience, watching it, hoping that I can even make it closer to like 2 3 rounds closer to that.
Mm.
And now I'm just getting the medals. Like right next to me is one of the legends of the sports who won the last 3 Olympics, 3 gold medals in the past 3 Olympics. I think because we really care about each other, it just happens. So like if I lose in a tournament and then all of a sudden she's still competing and she wins, it's we bring a win home. It's fine.
Mhm.
And the
That's
other
awesome.
person, and that actually helps the other person just get back, stand up, and like try to work harder. We do fitness together, so I come back from tournament, I'm a little
I drag
disappointed.
you.
She dragged me like, oh, like wake up, we have to go work out. It's like no, she's like no, we're going to work out. And actually, when I do the opposite, so it's kind of really helped. I think this is the blessing of having another athlete with you, because if it was only me, I wouldn't wake up and just go.
Sports is like an addiction. I think like it's like a drug. It's like winning is like a drug. Winning sports in general, not really, but winning is like a drug. And then when you lose, you start questioning, right? And you're like, okay, is it really worth it? And then you win something really big, and then you forget about everything else.
Mhm.
And so as he said, like LA 2028 into the Olympics, I was like, oh, I'm playing for another 4 years. Done deal. And then and then he was
like, for me personally, I wouldn't think that I wouldn't think that I'm going on for another 4 years, or maybe if I was gonna do it, it wasn't like something like planned that I'm doing this, I'm dedicated to it or something. But like honestly, like when that happened, then me and Nora started talking about it. There's a little bit of me that says, "Oh, I want this," like why not? And maybe we'll be the first like
Couple.
like couple to win Olympic medals in different sports and something like that. I don't know if it ever happened before or no, but like I would love that, like that would bring 2 Olympic medals to home, and home, I mean by our home in Egypt and families and everybody. So if we can do this, it just made me think about it in a different way. So it's kind of like in me. We didn't take because I like now I'm just thinking about Paris, and I'm just trying to get Nouran thinking about getting her season done like the way she wants after the injury. I'm thinking about Paris, but then I'm sure that after Paris and that we can have a little time to start digesting it and thinking about it in a better way.